war on freedom. And what we need is for every one of us to get involved in this battle. And I'm not talking about a battle that's taking place over in Iraq or Afghanistan. Folks, there is a war on freedom taking place right here in Chester County in Pennsylvania, United States. And we need every one of us to get involved and to take action and to be involved in this type of thing. You see, freedom is under assault. And it's not just under assault by the Taliban or Al-Qaeda or anybody else overseas. Freedom is under assault here in America today. You see, when you take cash out of my wallet and you give it to the guy down the street because he drives a clunker, what you are doing is not just bad economic policy. What you are doing when you do that is you are robbing me of personal freedom. The freedom to go out and to raise money, to pursue happiness, to do all the individual liberty. When you take cash out of my wallet and give it to some guy because he drives a clunker, you are robbing me of freedom. When you take a checkbook, or you take a check out of my checkbook, and you give it to a guy across town because he can't afford to pay his mortgage, you're robbing me of the freedom to pursue the American dream. When you take money out of my wallet and you give it to somebody, to some big business, to some Wall Street executive because you think they're too big to fail. These are all, they're not just bad economic policies. Every one of these is an assault on freedom. When you mandate that I must buy some type of health insurance, these are all issues of robbing people of freedom. So don't think that the assault and the fight and the battle, the war on freedom is simply taking place over in Iraq and Afghanistan. There's nothing that you can do, no way that you can get involved. We need every one of us in here to get involved to help protect and defend and to fight for freedom here in Chester County. Good to see Steve Walsh today. This is going to tie right in with what's happening on Tuesday. There's something taking place on Tuesday. I forget what it is. Let me leave you with this thought, because as we look at the war on freedom and how we can be involved, one of the things that we desperately need, as those of us who are fighting for freedom, we need to be united in our strategy and to understand what the big picture is and what we are trying to accomplish. You know, I spent time in the military. One of the things that we wanted so bad in the Army was for the Army to defeat the Navy. On the football field. On the football field, I wanted the United States Army to absolutely devastate the Navy. I mean, destroy. Did I hear an amen? To destroy Navy. Go Army, beat Navy. And I'm sure I've offended some in the room already here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There you go. I wanted nothing more than for the Army to destroy the Navy on the football field. But you know what? When you leave the football field and you go to the battlefield, all of a sudden at that point you realize, okay, we are on the same team here, and we are fighting a bigger mutual enemy out there. This battle is much bigger than a football field at this point. This battle has now gone from a football field to a battlefield. And let me say, next Wednesday morning, beginning on Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, we have got to be united behind our candidates. Many of you know that in 2010, I served as the campaign manager for Sam Rohr in his race for governor. After the primary was over, I had a choice. I could have simply sat back and said, well, my guy did not win. I'm upset. I'm mad. I'm going to take my ball and go home. I looked at that race and I said, you know what? What has happened here now was I fought as hard as I could on the football field. I did everything I could to get my guy to win the football game, the primary. And you know what? We came up short. But I looked and I said, at this point, we are now in a battle much bigger than a football field. This is the battlefield. And so right after that, they contacted me, the Corbett campaign, and I ended up going on staff with Tom Corbett, serving as his Director of Conservative Outreach. It was a blast. I had the opportunity to travel all over and my coalitions were the faith community, working with groups like Action, working with the Bible College and the Pastors Networks, working with Colin Hanna and others, working with the family coalitions, all the pro-life, the homeschool, the pro-family organizations across the state, and working with the freedom coalitions, which were all the Tea Parties. Talk about fun. I actually got paid to do that for Governor Corbett. But it was important that I stepped back from that and said, okay, at this point, we have left the football field and we've moved to the battlefield. And we need to get united. So, Steve, I'm still friends with Sam. But I will tell you what, on Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, you give me a call, and if you've got the votes, man, you have got my 100% support. And I hope that every one of us in here will do that. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the primary and who you choose. There's some great candidates out there. But on Wednesday morning, we need to make sure that we are united, because this battle, this war on freedom is so very, very important. Too many people have sacrificed too much. It is a blessing that we take for granted sometimes, and we must be united to help defend and protect freedom here in America. Thank you very much.